500 worlds declared war on humanity before breakfast. By sunset, their fleets were already moving. No human city had fired. No captain had threatened an alien moon. Still inside the Grand Hall of Oron, 500 banners turned red until Earth stood alone, a blue world waiting for execution. The evidence looked perfect. It showed hidden shipyards beneath Earth's oceans. It showed gravity tests beyond Jupiter. It showed a forbidden weapon called a starbreaker, banned after the old galactic wars. A starbreaker could collapse a planet's orbit. It could turn a peaceful system into a graveyard. And the evidence said humanity was building one. Fleet Master Vaul of the Kesh Dominion rose first. "Humanity is young," he said. "Young species fear what they cannot control. Fear becomes weapons. Weapons become extinction." Speaker Luma of the Vaul lowered her silver eyes. If Earth has built such a weapon, then mercy becomes danger. The vote began. World after world approved Article 9, the Alliance's final law allowing a united strike against any civilization developing extinction weapons. Only one delegate hesitated. Her name was Sierra from the ocean world of Olan. Her people had no great fleet, but Sierra had studied old records, and one thing bothered her. Not the images, not the weapon plans. The date. One hidden stamp showed the evidence had been created 116 years before humanity discovered faster-than-light travel, before Earth had colonies, before humans even knew the Alliance existed. Sierra rose to speak, but the Council ignored her. Fear had already become louder than truth. 42 hours from Earth, the first Alliance strike wave entered war speed. On the intelligence ship Lantern, Captain Mara Venn received it in silence. She was not famous. She commanded no battleship. She was the officer called when truth had to outrun politics. Mara saw fake shipyards, false starbreaker plans, and then a voice recording. A human admiral calmly admitted Earth had completed the weapon. Mara listened once. Then her face went still. The voice belonged to Admiral Tomas Venn, her father. The problem was not only that her father would never betray Earth. The problem was that he had died 11 years ago, and the recording had been created 20 years before his death. Someone had not forged evidence overnight. Someone had prepared this war for decades. The Lantern was built for shadows. It had no proud cannons or heroic shape. Its dark hull bent sensor light around itself, and its engines burned cold. That was why Mara trusted it. Big ships won battles after leaders failed. Quiet ships stopped those battles. Her crew was small. Jalen, an old engineer impossible to impress, and Toma, a young ensign nervous enough to check every number twice. Mara opened a hidden channel to Delegate Sierra. The alien woman appeared in blue light, water moving through the breathing collar around her neck. "You saw the date," Mara said. Sierra nodded. "I tried to stop the vote. They said humans planted confusion in the evidence. Send me the original council packet. If I help you, my world may lose Alliance protection." Mara did not beg. "If this war starts, protection will not matter. The whole galaxy will burn." Sierra looked away. Then the packet arrived. Jalen pulled the evidence apart. The images were perfect. The voices sounded real. The seals matched Earth systems. Whoever built the lie understood human fear and Alliance law. But machines always left fingerprints. Buried deep inside was an old compression pattern. It did not belong to Earth. It came from ancient Alliance archives abandoned after the Drift Plague 70 years earlier. Toma leaned toward his screen. "Captain, the packet did not enter the Council network from Earth." A red path appeared on the map. "It came from Station Khar." Sierra went pale. Station Khar was a dead investigation post near 2 frozen moons sealed after the old wars. No crew, no trade route, no reason for a signal. Unless someone wanted a lie born in a place nobody watched. Then Toma's screen flashed again. "Captain, the Alliance fleet is splitting." Mara turned. Half the strike wave was still aimed at Earth. The other half was turning toward Jupiter. Before anyone could speak, a message arrived from Luna Defense. It was from Mara's brother, Commander Eli Venn. His station was one of Earth's first defensive lines. The message was only 6 words. Mara, do not let them fire. She read it once, then erased it. Family? Jalen asked. Mara kept her eyes on Jupiter. Duty, she said. Near Jupiter, human scientists had found a dark ring hidden inside unstable space. They thought it was natural. Now Mara was not sure. She ordered the lantern toward Station Khar. The first fleet was 37 hours from Earth, and the second was heading toward something far worse. Station Khar looked like a corpse in orbit. Its ring was cracked. Its docking arms hung loose. Every Alliance record said the station had been powerless for decades. Jalen scanned it once. Dead things do not breathe heat. A weak thermal pulse moved behind the command vault. Someone had been there. Mara took Jalen and Toma through a dark side hatch. Inside, helmet lights cut through dust and frozen air. Toma whispered, "Why would anyone use a dead station?" "Because the living forget to check graves," Mara said. They found a clean magnetic scar on the floor, not a boot print, a drone mark. Jalen knelt beside it. 3-legged landing pattern, not human, not current Alliance. Old War design? Toma asked. Jalen shook his head. Older. The command vault opened without force. Force meant an intruder. A clean opening meant someone had authority the station still recognized. Inside, thousands of dead screens surrounded one black machine floating above the central chair. It was smooth, silent, and shaped like a coffin. Toma scanned it. "Captain, that is not a recorder." Jalen stepped back. "It is a data forge." During the old wars, data forges created false treaties and invented histories. They did not edit truth. They manufactured reality until nations killed each other over ghosts. All known forges had been destroyed. This one had not. Mara connected a secure drive. The forge resisted, then opened. Lines of command appeared. Create human starbreaker evidence. Use blood relative voice pattern. Trigger Article 9. Divide Alliance command. Push attack toward Earth and Jupiter. Open the sealed road. The last line was written in a language Mara had never seen. Sierra translated it and fear entered her voice. "The Vaul." Toma looked up. "Who are the Vaul?" Sierra answered softly. "The reason our oldest maps have empty places." She told them of Namur and Ve. For 300 years, they traded medicine, water, and engineers. Then one message was forged. It claimed Namur had poisoned Ve's oceans. 6 hours later, Ve attacked. By morning, both worlds were ash. The Vaul never fired the first shot. They only taught others where to aim. Before Mara could ask more, the forge woke. Red light flooded the vault. Outside, Station Khar's defense cannons turned toward the lantern. Jalen ripped open the manual breaker panel. "It has remote control of the station." "Can you stop it?" "No." "Can you delay it?" The old engineer pulled a physical fuse from his kit. Old machines still respect old pain. He slammed the fuse into the breaker. Sparks burst across the wall. The defense grid froze for 9 seconds. 9 seconds was enough. Mara copied the forge memory. They ran as the station began killing itself behind them. The lantern escaped with one engine burning blue and its hull torn open across 3 decks. Station Khar exploded in silence, but the lie had finally spoken. The first Alliance fleet was 22 hours from Earth. Mara sent the proof to the Grand Hall. Rejected. Military command marked it as human contamination. The emergency court replied that review could begin after Article 9 was completed. After Earth had been attacked, Mara stared at the denial and understood the enemy's genius. The Vaul had not only forged evidence, they had used Alliance law as a cage. Fear had become paperwork. Paperwork had become a loaded gun. Sierra explained the rest. The Vaul did not conquer like ordinary empires. They made civilizations afraid of one another. They forged signals, poisoned alliances, and guided proud nations into firing first. When survivors were weak, the Vaul came through sealed gates and harvested what remained. Long ago, the First Alliance trapped them beyond the silent reach and sealed every passage. But humans had found a dark ring near Jupiter, hidden inside unstable gravity. It was not natural. It was a sealed road. The Vaul needed war near Jupiter to open it. The gravitational shock of 500 fleets firing at once would crack the seal. Earth was never the real target. Earth was the match. Toma's hands moved across the signal board. Captain Jupiter Group is charging heavy weapons. Mara felt the trap closing. If Earth defended itself, the battle could open the gate. If Earth did nothing, it would die. Then Luna Defense transmitted again. Eli's face appeared through static. Behind him, officers moved between defense stations. "We can hold for a while," he said, "but if they fire first, Earth will answer." Earth's defense grid was automatic once civilian cities were targeted. One wrong shot near Jupiter could open the road. One wrong shot at Earth could start a war no one could stop. Eli looked directly into the screen. "Whatever you found, Mara, make them hear it." The channel died. Mara opened a broadcast to every approaching ship. Her face appeared across thousands of alien bridges. "This is Captain Mara Venn of Earth Intelligence. The evidence against humanity was forged. I am sending proof now, but remember this. The enemy does not need you to hate humanity forever. It only needs you to fire first." Most ships stayed silent. Some cut the signal. Then Fleet Master Vaul appeared. He had voted for war. His fleet carried enough firepower to burn Earth's sky. "If I believe you," he said, "I betray 500 worlds." Mara did not blink. "If you fire, you betray all of them." Vaul studied the forge memory. Station Khar, the old code, the Jupiter route, and Namor and Vae turned to ash by one forged message. For the first time, anger left his face. "What do you need?" Mara looked at the dark ring waiting near Jupiter. "Not victory," she said. "Restraint." The first shot was not fired at Earth. That was why humanity survived. Across the darkness, hundreds of alien captains hesitated. Not because fear had vanished, but because one small doubt had entered the machinery of war. Fleet Master Vaul ordered his ships to hold fire. Speaker Luma followed. Then 10 worlds stopped. Then 40. Then 200. The red attack formation around Earth broke apart into uncertain lights, but the Vaul had prepared for hesitation. Near Jupiter, the sealed gate opened anyway. It did not flash like a weapon. It swallowed light like a wound in space. From inside came long black ships shaped like needles, older than the Alliance, silent as knives. They fired on everyone. Human defense stations, Alliance cruisers, medical carriers, even ships that had voted to destroy Earth. In one terrible minute, the lie ended. The real war began. Mara took command because no one else had the whole truth. Earth shared targeting data with former enemies. Alliance ships protected civilian lanes. Human rescue craft pulled alien survivors from burning hulls. Vaul watched the rescue feeds in silence. "You saved my people after we came to kill yours." Mara's voice was tired. "That is why we are not them." Jalen found the answer in the gate's resonance. "We cannot destroy it," he said. "Too much gravity stress. It could tear Jupiter's moons apart." "Can we close it?" "Only if human mining engines and Alliance gravity sails work together." Toma looked stunned. "Those systems were never designed to connect." Jalen tightened a bleeding bandage around his arm. "Then we will introduce them politely." For 12 minutes, 500 worlds and Earth became one machine. Human mining engines burned beyond safe limits. Alliance gravity sails unfolded like silver wings across the dark. Kesh cruisers shielded Earth civilian stations. Vae carriers opened shields for human repair crews. Then Mara saw the Vaul flagship turning toward Luna. Eli's station stood directly in its path. For 1 second, she was not an officer. She was a daughter and sister watching everything personal become history. Toma whispered, "Captain, if we redirect power to Luna, we lose the gate window." Mara closed her eyes for half a breath. Then she opened them. "Close the gate," she said. "Do not chase revenge. Save the living." The engines roared. The sails pulled, space bent. The gate folded inward like a closing eye. Vaul ships tried to escape, but Mara ordered fire only on weapons and engines. Raul stared through the command link. They would not spare you. No, Mara said. That is their weakness. The final Vaul signal vanished as the gate sealed. Luna Station survived, damaged but alive. Earth lived. The Alliance lived. And the galaxy learned how close it had come to murdering an innocent world for a lie. Days later, the Grand Hall of Oron gathered again. No banners turned red. No vote was rushed. No evidence was accepted without question. Delegate Sierra stood before the 500 worlds. Humanity's greatest weapon was not hidden under an ocean, she said. It was not a star breaker. It was the strength to show mercy when fear demanded blood. Fleet Master Raul lowered his battle banner in respect. Captain Mara then refused medals and titles. She asked for only one law to be written into the new Alliance Charter. No world would ever be condemned without being heard. That law became Earth's first gift to the galaxy. Not a weapon, not a threat, a warning carved into the memory of 500 civilizations. Fear can start a war in minutes, but mercy is what keeps worlds alive. Subscribe.